We bull off with cricket tonight, a second psychological blow for West Indies ahead of Friday's final against Bangladesh in the Tri-Series in Ireland. The Caribbean cricketers went under to the Asian side for the second time in as many matches, losing by 5 wickets with 2.4 overs to spare. Left-arm seamer Mustafa Rahman impressed for the Tigers by grabbing 4 for 43 in 9 overs to help restrict the Windies to 247 for 9. Opener Shai Hope, already with 2 centuries, continued his fine form by hitting 87 after they opted to bat. Hope's 100-run 5th wicket stand with skipper Jason Holder, who cracked 62, lifted the total from 99 for 4. Bangladesh were never troubled in the run chase, registering 50 partnerships for every wicket, with the exception of the 3rd. Wicketkeeper batsman Musfiqur Rahim hammered 63 and Sumaya Sakar got for 54. Off-spinner Ashley Nurse took 3 for 53 in his quarter. Friday's Windies-Bangladesh final will come 2 days after the last group game between Ireland and the Tigers. Now, Windies all-rounder Andre Russell was named the most valuable player of the 2019 Indian Premier League. Looking at the impact of the West Indian is Joel Rain.
From putting on blockbuster performances to smashing match-winning knocks, it has truly been a Russellmania tournament. The 31-year-old Russell was vital for the Kolkata Knight Riders, who failed to advance from the group stage. The Jamaican led the MVP list with 369 points, 27 more than Hardik Pandya of champions Mumbai Indians. In 13 innings, he was 5th in the aggregates with a whopping tally of 510 runs at an average of 204.81, inclusive of 31 boundaries and 52 sixes. In comparison, the next most prolific six-hitter was Russell's fellow Windies player Chris Gayle with 34. Sunrisers Hyderabad's David Warner was the only batsman to total 600 runs, clinching the orange cap with 692, while Gayle was 6th on the list with 490. Russell also picked up 11 wickets with 62 dot balls and 4 catches. South Africans Imran Tahir and Kagiso Rabada headed the bowling table. But it was Tahir finalist Chennai Super Kings who won the Purple Cap with 26 wickets, one more than Delhi Capitals Rabada, who made 5 fewer appearances. Under skipper Rohit Sharma, Karen Pollard's Mumbai Indians lifted the IPL trophy for the 4th time. Joel Rain, ABS Sports.
In more cricket news, the Guyana Amazon Warriors have signed Windies batsman Nicholas Pooran as their marquee player for the 2019 Hero Caribbean Premier League. Pooran has played 11 T20 internationals for the West Indies and has become a fixture in T20 tournaments around the world. He's also a member of the West Indies squad for the 2019 ICC Cricket World Cup. The talented Trinidadian wicketkeeper batsman played for the Barbados Tridents last season. This will be the 3rd CPL team Pooran will appear for, having started his career with the Trinbago Knight Riders before moving to the Tridents. Now, the remainder of the Amazon Warriors squad will be decided at the CPL player draft, which takes place next week, Wednesday. The CPL will run from September 4 to October 12. Now, here at home, high-flying PIC Liberta Blackhawks not only lifted the cool and smooth T20 Explosion Trophy, but they did so undefeated. Reflecting on the Hawks' triumphant flight is Jack Matthew.
The Blackhawks enjoyed a flawless run to the final and convincingly captured the coveted prize. Along the way, the champions swept over their 3 Group B opponents before surging clear of New Winthrop's Lions in the semis. Under player coach Bilden Cornwall and captain Rakeem Cornwall, Liberta completed a clean sweep of 5 victories by overwhelming Empire Nation by 60 runs. It was the 2nd win over Empire, having inflicted a mauling on the same opposition in the group stage. One of their stalwarts was the tournament's most valuable player, Darren Cruikshank, with a leading tally of 209 runs, including 3 half-centuries. In addition, Blackhawks became the only side to reach 200, and they did so twice. Clinching 4 titles in 6 editions of the cool and smooth T20 Explosion also reconfirmed Liberta's status as the most dominant team in the Twin Island state. Jack Matthew, ABS Sports.
More cricket. Over 500 runs were scored in a Parish League match on Sunday. Centurion Kenrick Scott was a part of the run feast in the ACB Sir Richie Richardson contest. Scott slammed an unbeaten 109 in a dramatic encounter, which ended with the scores level. but St. Paul's won by virtue of losing fewer wickets. The old Parish League rule was applied after Freetown got 257 for 7 off their 30 overs in reply to St. Paul's 257 for 6. Scott, who had appeared for Empire the night before in the Cool and Smooth T20 final, shared the spotlight with Geetesh Harilal of St. Paul's. Harilal cracked an unbeaten 80. Elsewhere, Police overpower Erlings by 78 runs. Police 166, Erlings 88, James Cornelius 4 for 16. There was no play in the other game between Seatons and Pickett's because of a wet pitch. Northside Stingers and Kennedy's Autos Full Throttle excelled in Abba Division 1 last evening at JSC. In the heart of the action was Sharif Sargent.
Stingers stung defending playoff champions Flyers 69-57. Kiroy Lee led the charge down low, finishing with 16 points. Tory Fassett sank 13 for Flyers. In the other game, Full Throttle stepped on the gas in the second half on their way to edging Baldwin Spencer Braves 74-72. Xavier Meade shot his way to 23, a point fewer than the tally of Roger Hood, who recorded a game-high 24 for Braves. Sharif Sargent, ABS Sports.
Now to the roadways for the second time for the 2019 cycling season. Jeffrey Kelsick has cruised to success. Joel Rain picks up that story.
Kelsick easily won the Cycling Federation's individual time trial at the Sir Vivian Stadium on Sunday. He covered the two-lap circuit in 20 minutes, 20.51 seconds, 38 seconds ahead of Sean Weatherhead. Conroy Thomas was a distant third in the elite class and 8th overall. Rene Gabriel clocked just over 21 minutes to capture the junior crown, followed by David Simmons, who had an under 23-minute clocking. Gabriel and Simmons were third and fourth among all riders. The Masters section was highly contested, with the top three separated by 15 seconds. Wayne Henry was the victor ahead of Delvin Peters and Neil Lloyd, who is sponsored by Antigua ERA Services and Frank Wall Limited. The three cyclists ended 5th, 6th, and 7th respectively in just over 23 minutes. The cadet, sports, and female competitors covered one lap around the stadium. Aidan Murray emerged from the cadet, and Gail Coates picked up gold in the sports class. Lindsay Duffy stood alone in the female division. Joel Rain, ABS Sports.
And finally in Domino, Dominatrix headed the table at the end of the four-hand competition organized by the Antigua and Barbuda Domino Association. They finished the championship at the Old Auto School with 12 points, 2 above Willikeys and 4 clear of double six. In the two final games, Willikeys overwhelmed Ramblers 38-9, while double six overcame Bolands 47-3. That's the sport.
While Terry comes back over Sharon, so this weekend was chock full of sports and chock full of finals and championships being decided.
Right.
So the Cool and Smooth T20,
Yeah.
it was of course the Black Hawks who reigned supreme in that one. They flew high.
big.
Then
They
the
did great.
Indian Premier League, Mumbai Indians, that is Alzara Joseph's Mumbai Indians, doing very well. And of course, in England, it's the English Premier League and Manchester City, despite a spirited
Wow.
challenge by Liverpool, it was Manchester City prevailing by a point
Yeah.
to claim their back-to-back, the first back-to-back in 10 years.
Yeah, and I think that was expected though. I think even Liverpool fans thought that would have happened, knew that would have happened.
But the ball is round, you might never know. They were hoping. They were hoping against all hope. Because what happened, Sharon, is that Liverpool had to win and hope that City either lose or draw.
Okay.
City made sure that they won, and they didn't only win, they won emphatically and
Wow.
imperiously.
Look at
4-1
that.
over Brighton Hove Albion instead.
Yeah.
Fun.
Brighton was 17th place, by the way. I had to
Okay.
put that- I had
I'm
to put
learning
that in.
so much.
So there was, listen, Brighton
a
didn't have
crash
any
course.
chance.
Exactly.
Brighton didn't have any chance of beating
All right,
Manchester.
just so you know,
Okay.
well, who knows?
That's what I said. All right, let me show you
And by
this.
the way, Tottenham is in the top 4. Congratulations.
Yeah,
come-
fabulous.
Come on, man.
So that means he's going to play the Champions League next season.
There you go. Good.
Sharon,
Very good.
That was a
given.
given.
A no-brainer.
Okay.
We knew
All
that
right.
one.
Okay. Okay.
If not champions, in the top 4.
All
There
right.
you go. All right.
This also happened over the weekend. Now, sometimes you just have to die for the finish. And during a collegiate 400-meter hurdles race over the weekend, an athlete did just that for the win. I think the world is calling it Miller Weeble. And I
Yes,
know you know
I remember
why
that.
that
Yes.
was called.
Yes, yes.
Because Bahamian
Wow.
sprinter Shawnee Miller Weeble won the 200
Okay,
meter
yeah.
just like that
Yep.
at the Rio Olympics.
But Shawnee, to be fair, Shawnee didn't make it that emphatic with her dive.
Right,
it was
right,
more
right.
like, because some person was saying,
Yes,
did
it was
she
a little
fall
break.
or did she
Stumbled.
dive?
Right, right.
So it was more of a falling
remember
dive.
that.
Like it was an
Yeah.
act of desperation and anguish and
Right.
everything over the line. That one
He
was
actually
just
dived,
a
right?
straight
This guy,
dive.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
no ambiguity with that. That was a straight dive.
And
Absolutely.
that was both of them from the same school, Texas A&M as well. So
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
he was beating up
Bragging
his own-
rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. All right. Coming up in regional and international developments, we will go over to Venezuela, where opposition leader Juan Guaido seeks support from the U.S. military. And internationally, Sudan's former president, Omar al-Bashir, charged with killing of protesters. We have more of those stories after the break.